Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I am jumping into Jade Cocoon 2. So this, I was going to say new game, but it's not. It's an old game. It's like almost legal to drink in Australia, I think, but fantastic game. Now, a couple things. You can see the little black at the top and the bottom of the screen down there. It's just how the framing works on this game. I was thinking of moving it up and adding something down the bottom. Possibly I was thinking I could even put the team in, but like Pokemon, there's evolving. Unlike Pokemon, there's a lot of evolving, so there'll be a lot of editing, team changing, and I will miss stuff. And I don't want this. Please get out of here. Yep. I don't want it to give anything too much away at this point. But I thought that's just going to end up crappy, and I'm going to stuff it all up. Second thing is, why is it Jade Cocoon 2 and not 1? Well, 1 was actually a PS1 game, which I did seek out and buy. Nothing like this one. This was fantastic. This is a Pokemon fan lover. Now, I don't want to explain too much. I'm going to show you as it goes. This is episode 1, but I really want some input from you guys about the team. I could change at all times and different things, and you'll see what I mean as we go. But there is a question I'm going to leave for you guys to answer at the end of this app. Oh my gosh. Oh, away. I don't want this stuff. We're jumping in a new game now. I will move my face just for this part because I'll let Nico explain how this goes.
Hey, my name's Nico. I'm a fairy from the dream world. It's somewhere between, heaven and earth. Anyway, you ever heard the story of Jade Cocoon? Monsters wander through the forest, and people live in fear of them hiding in magical protection. That age is said to have lasted a long time. Yet that entire pack of monsters is said to have been sealed in the Wormhole Forest by the brave actions of a single hunter. So, pretty amazing, huh? Time passed and the saga faded to legend. And after a long period of silence, the seal was finally about to be broken. But, however... The time to assemble has come again. Save the world from the beasts of darkness. This recent Help Wanted ad stirred up the public by advertising, make a quick buck and all the rank and honor you want. Come on out. Starting today, you too can be a hero. Yeah, magic and monsters. No matter how much you know about them, you still won't be popular with the girls, much less attract them. Ta-da! This is the brave hero of our story. His name is Kahoo. He's a perfectly normal little boy who adores the legendary Cocoon Master. You call that normal? Well, we won't worry about that now. Thus, Kahoo begins his journey and heads to the temple to meet his hero. So I wonder, what will be young Kahoo's fate?
Okay, we're back.
Cool. I warped into a room. Is this the power of magic too? This place is pretty small inside. Now, how do I get to be a Cocoon Master? Maybe I'll ask someone.
So there will be actually a lot of talking that I won't have to read, so we'll just go around the room. But so as you can see, I am Kahoo. I have a little introduction, but this game is going to unfold. I don't want to give it all away.
Who are you? I haven't seen you around here. Are you a rookie?
Me? I'm Kahoo. Pleased to meet you.
I'm not too sure I'm so pleased to meet you. Should I be?
Huh? Why not? Did I say something wrong?
Why should I trust you? If you want a good scoop, keep coming back to act.
Hey, you! What's that next to you?
It's the bulletin board. First time here?
Yep, I just got here. Hi, what do you sell here?
This is where people swap information. You use the bulletin board to find jobs.
You mean, like, part-time jobs?
Bingo! But the best paying jobs can be pretty dangerous. One more thing. To pick up clues, keep on talking to people. Right.
Hey, old man, how do I become a cocoon master?
Cocoon Master. That's a blast from the past.
I love this
We're all
guy's voice.
beast hunters.
Beast hunters? Is that a cocoon master? A super cocoon master?
Think of it more like a super hyper cocoon master. Remember that. Anyway, you got a license, kid?
A license? What's that? Do I gotta have one?
Of course. Go to the Jade throne room and train to get one.
So this is how we travel. We have Room of Life, Arena, Kikinak & Co, Lounge, and the Throne Room. So we'll be heading to the Throne Room. For this episode we will be following as told. And I will explain more as we go, but some stuff at the moment,
Whoa!
best for you
This
guys.
place is a lot smaller than I thought.
Son,
The
first
camera
time
is so
here.
much brighter. Yes.
Sir, where's the chief? I want to be a cocoon master.
The Nagi people are no longer here. Gone on a long journey, leaving my wife and I in charge of the temple. Now I alone protect the temple.
Sir, are you the legendary cocoon master, Levant?
These like HD graphics.
Who says I am legendary? As you see, I am quite alive. Since then, I have forgotten how long I've lived. Were I a normal man, should have died long ago. Please pardon my bad habit of talking too long.
I want to know his secret.
May I continue?
I kinda do, but you know.
A legendary cocoon master has got to be an old man, so the chosen ones don't die?
Or can't die, is more like it. Camule the dragon god dwells within my body as protector of Elrim, god of the forest. Protecting the seal of the temple for eternity, that is my duty.
How come you got together so many cocoon masters? Levant, can't you just get them by yourself?
The divine beasts in the wormhole have spawned awful mutants. The Nagi people feared them, calling them the Forbidden Seeds. The
Seeds?
divine beasts evolved and adapted to the environment of the wormhole forest. We call them Kalma. They are so numerous, I alone cannot handle them, so I need your help.
Oh, I'll help.
Are they strong?
Should put the other
They
eye.
are violent, but also knowledgeable, formidable foes.
So
I
I
thought
gotta
it
get
was weird.
stronger so I can beat them. Actually, I'm gonna get strong. I promised Dad.
Your dad? Is your dad strong?
Way strong. Huge fists and a big voice, too. He always says, son, you gotta grow up and be a man.
I see. Let's start your training. What's your name?
My name's Kahu. I want to work hard and get strong like you, Levant.
Pleased to meet you, Kahu. A present from me to you. Take it.
And he is forever slightly changed. Because now he has this.
It is a beast amulet, man's only weapon for fighting against divine beasts. It is a magic amulet, made by deciphering the ancient scrolls of Gehenna. With it, divine beasts can be handled without using the way of divine beasts.
Cool. Can I keep this? Thanks.
First, you need to learn walking through the wormhole forest. But if you have no interest in the forest, I will not force you. Many of today's youngsters are so impatient, it's hard to teach them.
Now, any other time I'd skip this, but the more I do, the more you learn.
See the glowing gateway? That's the Kumari gate. You go in from there. Push the button in front of the gate and then you go. Come, try it.
Sounds good to me, so we're off. Now, again, there is just Now, I think this game's fine, but if it does seem a little dark, let me know. I will try and make sure I change it, but it seems like it's fine.
Wow, there are these weird plants all over.
This is an island in space-time, the Wormhole Forest. The divine beasts have a habit of making nests in the plants called ogre vine. Once in the forest, first look for the nests of the divine beasts.
Nests of divine beasts? Ogre vine? What's that? Are they big?
The ogre vine is quite a bit larger than the other plants in the forest. It's a big plant that gives off light and vibrates. Go find it. If you get lost, push the Beast Amulet's triangle button and call me.
Okay, so this is an ogre vine.
Wow, this is huge! Could this be it? Levant, is this it?
Yes, that is an ogre vine. The divine beasts make their nests in there. Now, go on in. There are no divine beasts in this forest, so don't worry.
I'm gonna call this one Shrek. Jokes, there's like so many of them.
Cool. I can hear something. Like it's alive.
Of course it's alive. We're in the male stalk of the wormhole plant.
The male.
Is there a female one too?
Exactly. A male stalk is an ogre vine. A female stalk is a princess vine. I can tell you more about this plant if you want. How about it? Are you interested?
Again, I will in case anyone is listening is interested.
The plants come in pairs that make islands in the wormhole space. The male ogre vine bears spores that fertilize the female. The female princess vine receives spores from the male and bears children in the wormhole space. The children create new islands in the wormhole space and thus multiply. The princess vine roots are space-time tunnels that connect all the islands. The wormhole space has many connected islands, making a deep hierarchy of levels. The ogre vine and princess vine are the keys and doors to the islands in the wormhole space.
So, what do I do now?
You sometimes find gems and herbs dropped by the divine beasts in here. These items are vital to survive in the forest, so be sure to pick them up. So go ahead and search around inside this nest hole.
Okay. Now, this is a Tamagotchi.
I got it! Huh? What's this?
Egg.
Some sort of weird egg?
That's a divine beast egg. The eggs you pick up are hatched in the temple.
Cool. I've never seen one. So divine beasts are hatched from eggs. Okay, I'm gonna get lots of eggs and raise divine beasts.
Finding eggs is merely one means of boosting your fighting power. Our object as beast hunters is to purify dark divine beasts called Kalma. Aim for even deeper levels, so we can purify even more Kalma. To advance to the next level, you need the key. Look over there.
What's that? Some strange balls came
Such a
out.
beautiful noise.
Those are key spores. They open the buds on the princess vines as exits. In short, they are like keys to the next level. To find key spores, look for the sparkling stamens. Remember this. Now go on and pick up the key spores.
I got it. Now what do I do?
Now, eat it. Don't hold back, just swallow it.
What? Can you eat this thing?
Swallow the spores.
Eat it and your body gives off odors that stimulate the princess vine. Stimulated by odors, the princess vine buds open. That's how it works.
Ugh, this looks pretty weird.
I guess I
Just
wouldn't really want to be
swallow
eating it
You'll
either.
be okay.
Beast hunters have it pretty rough. Huh? Hey, something smells sweet.
Your body is giving off musk spores. Now, find the exit.
Okay.
Right about now, the Princess Vine Bud should be opening. Now go outside and find the princess.
Okay.
That sweet smell! Bet you ate a key spore.
Duck boy, stop sniffing me. Found it.
Look, see it sparkling? This is a princess vine with its bud open. You can go through here and get to the next island.
See? I can also spin around my character like that. Da-da-da. And go ahead, I'm not going to save yet. Just not yet.
Huh? Where am I?
I do like this game
Go
mechanic.
through the wormhole tunnel in the Princess Vine and jump to the next island. This is how you advance deeper into the wormhole forest. Got it?
Deeper.
Let's take a break. I'll show you how to return to the temple. Press the triangle.
Yeah, okay, I know how to do
You
it.
will
It's
have
pretty
a
simple.
use it. Once you're back at the temple, you've passed.
Okay, last part of this part tutorial. He just wants me to click these buttons. That's it. Because which I will get told of, but if you die or get killed in the forest, you drop all your items, and I can't remember if money's included, and you get teleported back here. So sometimes you're better off just leaving, or you.
Now you can learn how to use divine beasts.
Yes! So now I can finally start raising divine beasts.
You're on your own for a while. Try talking to lots of different people.
I love
Press the
talking.
button on top of the transporter, then pick where you want to go. Go to Kikinak and Company for information about items picked up in the forest. The Shrine Maiden in the Room of Life will tell you about hatching eggs. After hatching your eggs, go to the arena to learn about battle formations.
How can I remember all that at once? Anyway, first I gotta go hatch the egg I just picked up.
Okay.
Fine, let's meet back here once your arena training is finished.
So, I will be first room of life. Now, this will actually be a short episode. Again, it is actually quite a larger game, and at the start there'll be less editing, but as I get further on and just keep doing a bit of monotonous things, I will be doing more editing out. But I'll show you why I'm stopping soon.
Hey, miss! I got a divine beast egg! What do I do now?
Well then, shall we hatch the egg?
Sounds good to me. Welcome to my room of life. Here, I can hatch eggs and merge divine beasts. To hatch, select eggs. Please select hatch eggs. Ironically, hatch eggs. Which egg do you wish to hatch? The Tamatoch, the only one I have. Wait, what? Boobies. He's missed the hatching animation because this damn controller had like slow or turbo turned on for start. Okay, so I like to leave them the same name, but if you guys... Let me try something. Okay. So, keep clicking start, nothing happened. Okay, cool. So it's off now. Okay. So, I'm going to leave him Tamatoch, but if anyone comes up with nicknames along the way that I like, or that just are very loud, I'll do it. So, as we can see, Tamatoch here has a skill Burn Hit, which virtually skills or attacks, with the fire element. Divine Beast with the fire skill should be generally put on the fire side. Now, you haven't actually seen this amulet before, which I will actually do outside of this. Yep, cool.
This completes your practice in hatching and arranging divine beasts. Now, go to the arena and learn the basics of how to fight battles. The divine beast hatched today is in your beast notebook, so check it out. Now, give the newborn a good name and take good care of it.
Now, you may wonder, you can actually rename them a lot, and there's a lot of changes to come. So, I'm just going to quickly give you a little explanation just instead. So I can't go into formation, but as you can see at the front, we've got our guy in the middle of the fire. Then on one side is red and yellow, and the other side is red and green. So the red and yellow, actually, if I shifted the ring that way, that red and yellow would move to where the red and green is and become still red and yellow, but then the center one on that side is yellow, yellow, and then the last one is yellow, blue. So I can't get into formation, which sucks. And I can't, okay, here we go. I can do it in status. So as you can see when I spin around, this is actually the wind side. So then I have one in the center in the wind. I have one on, it's back to front, isn't it? That side, or pretty much underneath me, is a fire and wind corner, but if I've got it on this side, it's only doing wind attacks, and then down that end is actually water. And then if I spin again, obviously it's still wind, but it's on the corner. So now I've got my water side and again earth. So the corner ones rotate and do a double side, so they have, you know, they get used on both sides, because when coming to attacking, I pick one side and those however many beasts on that side attack. So they can learn multiple skills. So this Tamatoch here has the ability to learn earth and wind skills / attacks as well, but it is impossible for him to learn a water one. So that is the only thing. So if I wanted to, it's not even impossible to put him solely on this side or this side, he can still operate. But if I put him on anything that touches the water side, he cannot attack. So useless in the bottom corners. But usually, if you have a fire one, he will always be touching a fire space. No problem if he's on the corner of both, but very rarely would you take a fire and shove him in the middle or further back of the next two sides. Simple summary, you'll see it as I go. Okay. I am going to go to Kikinak and Co quickly first to get a little bit of info. Oh, I don't really want it, do I? I've got to go here anyway. Pretty much this guy.
Hey, promising rookie. Training hard? Making it big?
Yep, I'm gonna train like mad, get stronger, and pound those Kalma.
My name's Kikinak, ex-spirit and now super rich. My Kikinak and Company supports the Beast Hunters in their fight against darkness. Well, we do charge a bit, but our prices are reasonable.
Okay. So, virtually, he's pretty useless. And I believe he was actually kind of the spirit on that poster we got seen at the start, but...
Is this a store or something?
Yup. Are you a newbie? You have a license?
Nah,
Sorry,
not
I've
yet.
got itchy nose.
just
I'm
looking
not
around.
actually picking it.
Too
I would
bad.
go off
I'll
camera
have
to do
get
that.
you get your license.
Smart. So, can I actually shop yet?
Can I ask you something?
Mostly recover.
No.
What else?
I don't really want to talk to you guys anyway. Okay, so shop, and this guy's like a storage unit, because if I quickly go into my items, you can see I have a baggage limit just down on the bottom left. So I can at stages increase that, but baggage limit, so you store certain items. And now the last thing, we're going to go to the arena. Now you're about to get a very sneak peek of something. Before I talk to her, I am going to save it here just in case. But yes, I want to save. Now you will see there's another 2 games. We're going to go down the bottom. There is little bits of things you can see there, because they are the saved ones. But I made sure the card I had was definitely saving on something that's not going to have a heap of late game giveaway in the images.
Are you in top condition? Come on, study the basics of fighting battles with me.
So this will give you guys another bit of more, but you'll learn a lot as I go, but I also don't want to skip the in-game tutorials. Gosh, that's right there. So,
Lesson 1. Spin and hit. Spin, a basic battle move. The Beast Amulet has 4 attack cables. Red, yellow, blue, green.
I'll let her do this
Pick
again.
one of the 4 colored attack cables depending on how the battle is going. Use the L1, R1 buttons to spin the formation. Go ahead, try it. First, let's go to the practice Divine Beast that we're together. First is the attack type red, fire formation. He who masters hitting shall dominate battles. This is the basic attack. Many fire Divine Beasts have good hit attacks. We've got quite a lineup. How do you get a good hit? The other 3 formations serve in support roles. A yellow wind formation is for special attacks. For example, you can
I'm actually not even doing this.
Yeah, nice combination. A critical hit. But watch out. Wind divine beasts are vulnerable to hit attacks. Protect them. Oh no! He almost went down. When this happens, rely on the recovery type blue water formation. If your divine beasts get low in health, call out a water divine beast.
I think they look so cute.
Now you're safe. Water divine beasts resist special attacks. So, if you're suffering from special attacks, get them with water divine beasts. Last of all is the green earth formation, which specializes in defense. Against an enemy with strong hit attacks, use earth beasts to boost your defense, or you won't get a chance to counterattack. Look, now you can defend against enemy attacks and get counterattack chances. But they are vulnerable to special attacks from wind divine beasts, so look out. Pay close attention to the various elements and how they will help you in battle. Lesson 2. Defeat the enemy master. Defeat the master in the center of the enemies to win the battle. A divine beast in front of the master will block any attacks on the master. So keep a divine beast in front of the master for defense and a beast enemy for battle.
So that's the basics. So I'll wait for her to stop talking.
That's all I've got. So, you want to try using a divine beast?
I'm fine. It's just me getting to use the battle. So now she stopped talking. Okay, so fire actually is strong against water in this one, and most of the time fire is actually just a very offensive team. It's not completely. There are exceptions to every single side, and you know, a bit of different things, but generally fire, offensive and strong. They are strong against water because they just cause more damage. Now water itself is more of a healing side. There are again exceptions. There are definitely offensive on every side for sure, but it's mainly healing. It has some healing and, you know, suction moves, all different things, absorb like healing, HP absorption and all things like that, but it has them. They are strong against wind. Now yeah, they usually take maybe a little bit less damage, but they generally have a plain resistance against wind, so they're a lot harder to get put to sleep, and you do get abilities on top of your attacks, which I'll show later. But the water divine beast later, when you get these abilities, usually have more of them, like to avoid stun, poison, sleep, confusion, all these things. They resist it more. And then you got wind, who are usually, you know, more fast and special, as she said, like sleep, poison, dark, confusion, and a couple other things. There are others that are just more physical as well. Some have more HP, but generally the wind more fast and offensive, not hoot and cause effects, and aren't the stockiest, but you can find stocky on every side, and they're better against wind because they can wind are actually less resistant against them, so you're more likely to put earth monsters to sleep or poison or that generally. And then wind is better against earth because they're better against fire because they resist quite well and they're quite defensive, so they actually end up taking less and they got more defense. The side mainly is better off for setting up defenses or blocking things, and then on also it actually you can raise your own parameters, so attack speed and defense and things like that. So again, still offensive on those sides, so I will try and mix and change, but I'm actually happy for you guys at stages to shout out certain beasts or moves you want to see, that you'll get to see them before I use them most of the time. So I will use some that I like if I'm not getting much input, but I really like your input, so I'm going to stop fighting here.
To help you on your trip, I'll give you one divine beast.
So this is where I really want your input. So she's going to make me pick one, so just for the sake of it, I'm going to pick the water right here, just because it's at the top, right?
So you want to...
Yeah, shush.
Try assembly. You might
Yeah, okay, I'm going to pick what you guys want, and so This guy wants to talk to me. I'm not actually going to listen to him at the moment. I'm just going to blitz through it because I will have to do this again and everything. So, what I was trying to say is I have a choice between the 3 that she showed me. So I have the healing. It's actually called a Slimy, which I'll go over all these later. But actually just heals all the Pokemon on the the beasts on the beast amulet. You got the wind, which will put it to sleep, and as you saw there, if you were paying attention, there was actually a critical hit when I hit the sleeping one. So the sleeping one, if a divine beast is asleep, it will usually take a critical hit from an attack. And then we have the earth one, which actually set up a little shield. So if you saw it fade because it got hit by a stronger attack, but generally if you set it up, it usually has some form of HP on it. I don't know how the wall stats work, if it just imitates your divine beast or whatnot, but generally sometimes it can take multiple attacks before going down, sometimes it can only take one, but it can come in handy. And the same thing again, guys, all them can be shifted to the corner when they learn new moves, which I'll show you how that happens later again. Well, definitely it'll be next episode probably, but just generally. So I need you guys, I'm actually going to chuck it in the comments myself, and I want likes on it. I'm happy if you want all 3, if you only want 2, if you only want 1, but I really need you guys to go straight now. Just go straight down to the comments and give me your input by a like or a comment on it. Do you want the water, the wind, or the earth? And I'll select based on your feedback. So I really need feedback on this because I want your feedback. It doesn't help when you're a small person like me, but hopefully I'll be getting some. So guys, this will be the end of the video, so if you are enjoying it, we have no choice but to hit that like button today, because that's all we've got so far Divine Beast wise, is our Tamagotchi. If you are also enjoying it, as I said, the comment section, use it, but I really need this used this time. Also, don't forget Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and that is linked below. If you have a favorite old game, whether it's, console wise, I have PS2, so I have access to PS1 and 2 games, Nintendo 64, Wii, so I can play GameCube games, and I have a few, including the 2 major Pokemon ones. Then PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, on top of the Wii, sorry, I have Wii U, and a Switch. So there are a lot of different things, plus obviously gaming computer, but there is a lot of different things I can do. So if you want to suggest things, I'm happy to hear for the suggestions on the especially on Discord's the best place. But guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.